welcome in. Are you here to apply for college? Great, you're in the right place. I know my office is a little bit hard to find, so I'm glad you found your way through the maze. Yeah, come in, sit down. So, my name is Dr. Blue. I am a professor in the Children's Literature and Media Department, as you can tell by all of my children's media surrounding me. And I am helping out admissions now on this special visit day. I heard you were interested in the humanities department. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to help you fill out the application to our program, and hopefully then that will get you going, and the admissions team will review it, but I'm going to walk you through everything that we need from you, and hopefully it'll be a pretty smooth process. Okay, great. So I have the form here on my computer, so I'm just going to ask you questions, and then you can answer them, and I will type it in for you, and then at the end I'll print it off for you, and you can double check everything before you turn it in at the next station. Okay, beautiful. So what is your first name? Okay, middle. Do you have a middle name? Great. And your last name? Excellent. Do you have a preferred name or a nickname? No? Okay. Do you have a maiden name or any former name that we might want to be aware of? No? Okay. What is your date of birth? Wow. Okay. And let's see, do you have any information you want to share about your gender identity with me? Okay. Awesome. Let's go on to the contact information now. Do you prefer to be contacted via cell phone? Excellent. What is the area code for that? Great. And the rest of the number? Excellent. Do you have a second or alternate phone number you want to provide? Okay. What is your permanent home address? I know it starts out kind of boring, but we'll get a little more personal as we go on. Okay. Street or avenue? Okay. What city is that in? Can you spell that for me? Okay. And what state? Great. What is the zip code there? Okay. Okay, moving on to demographics. What is your citizenship status? Okay. Where were you born? What state? Okay. Beautiful. Are you a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Okay. Let's see here. Now we're going to move on to family. So the form says, please list both parents below, even if one or more is deceased or no longer has legal responsibilities for you. If you are a minor with a legal guardian, please include that information. Are you above the age of 18? Okay, great. It says you may list step-parents and or other adults you live with or who care for you in the additional information section. So, with whom, it's very fancy, with whom do you make your permanent home? So like parent 1, parent 2, both parents, legal guardian, ward of the state. Beautiful. Okay. Is parent 1 living? Okay. What is their name? Do you know where they were born? What state? Okay. And do you have a telephone number for them? Okay. What about parent 2? Is parent 2 living? Okay, and what is their name? Okay. Where were they born? Excellent. Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any siblings? Okay, what's their name? Okay. How old are they? Where did you go to high school? Can you spell that? when did you or will you graduate? Great. Did you go to any other high school, or was that the only high school you went for the 4 years? All 4 years? Okay. Beautiful. Have you taken any college classes before anywhere? So dual enrolled, community college, anything like that? Okay. About approximately how large was your graduating class? So how many people graduated with you? Oh, okay. Mine was about the same size, actually. What is your cumulative high school GPA? Nice. Okay, what were some of the classes that you've taken in your senior year? Mm-hmm. Okay. Was that 101 or? Okay. And any history or social studies, civics, anything like that? Okay. Great. And have you received any honors that you've received related to academic achievements beginning in the 9th grade or the equivalent? Mm-hmm. Okay, and what year was that? Beautiful. And any additional honors? Oh, in 11th, okay. Great. Okay. And have you taken an official test like the SAT or the ACT at all? Okay, great. What was the highest score that you got? Do you remember when you took that? Okay. And did you take the other exam at all? No. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is English your native language? Excellent. Okay, so I won't put in any as a second language scores or anything like that. What about activities? Can you report activities that you've participated in extracurricularly? So that can help colleges basically better understand your life outside the classroom. So it might be clubs, family responsibilities, hobbies, work, or volunteering. And the application says you should list your activities in order of their importance to you. Okay, great. Okay. Did you have any like leadership position within that organization? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that counts. About how many hours per week did you do that? Just an approximation is fine. Yeah. And did you do this all year, during the school year, or during school breaks? All year. Okay. Do you plan to participate in that in college? Okay. Beautiful. And then, do you want to put another extracurricular? Great. Once again, did you have any leadership positions or anything like that? Great. How many hours per week did you do that? Okay. And do you plan to participate in that in college? Beautiful. Okay. I see here that they also want the personal essay. Do you have that in your folder? Okay, great. So just keep that together, and then once I'm done printing this out, you can put the personal essay in there as well. And let's see. There's also a section, I'm supposed to bring this up to. It says, community disruptions such as COVID-19 and natural disasters can have deep and long-lasting impacts. If you need it, there is a space on the application to describe those impacts. So it says colleges care about the effects on your health and well-being, safety, family circumstances, future plans, and education, including access to reliable technology and quiet study spaces. For more information, you can check out the COVID policy, but I'm supposed to remind you that if you had some kind of impact from a natural disaster or a community health disaster, then you can write about it and put it with the application. Beautiful. Okay, so there is no fee to apply to our university, so no worries with that. And then basically it just needs you to sign, so it just basically says I understand that once my application has been submitted, it may not be altered in any way, and I will need to contact the institution directly if I wish to provide additional information. I affirm that all submitted in this admission process, including the application and any other supporting materials, is my own work, factually true and honestly presented. Okay, great. And I will put today's date on there. Beautiful. Okay. Do you have any questions before I print it out? Anything you want to change? Okay, excellent. I will print that out and then I'll come back. You can sign it by hand and then go on to the next station. Yeah, of course, my pleasure. I hope to see you around our halls come the fall. Okay, see you in a second.